If the truth is really out there, it might be a little closer to home than we previously thought. There's been a lot of compelling evidence that allegedly proves the existence of alien life, but I got my doubts about this particular footage. Canada Lights. In recent years, Canada has become a sort of hotspot for strange lights and UFO sightings. Reports of these sightings happen on a daily basis and have been captured on camera by various eyewitnesses. The Organization of UFOlogy Research has been tracking and analyzing these sightings since 1989 and found that 1,101 sightings were reported in Canada in 2017 alone. This marks the fifth highest number of sightings recorded by the group. The average sighting lasts about 15 minutes and typically involves two witnesses. Often these are police officers, pilots, or other individuals with strong observational skills. International Space Station Light Beam. In 2016, a video appeared on YouTube from NASA's live feed of the International Space Station. It showed an object making atmospheric entry into the Earth. Then all of a sudden, the feed mysteriously cut off. Despite NASA's claims of technical difficulties, many people believe that there's something being covered up here. A subsequent video from the same feed showed what appeared to be a similar object departing from Earth, followed by a bright golden beam of light. This led to speculation of a UFO leaving the Earth and making the jump to hyperspace. This isn't the first time the conspiracy theorists have been drawn to the ISS. In 2020, the feed captured another object moving over Earth, which was later reported to be a retired communications component being jettisoned. Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights incident on March 13, 1997 has been the subject of much speculation and intrigue. On that night, a V-shaped formation of lights was seen flying over Phoenix. This was followed by a second event, where 5 circular lights floated in the night sky. The incident lasted from 3 p.m. until 5:30 the next morning. Despite numerous photographs, videos, and eyewitness accounts, the true nature of the Phoenix Lights remains a mystery. The U.S. Air Force claimed that the lights were simply military flares, but this explanation has been challenged by a lot of people. This includes Arizona Governor Fife Symington, who described what he saw as otherworldly. The Phoenix Lights have inspired a documentary and multiple horror movies, and they're considered one of the largest military cover-ups in U.S. history. Despite the lack of clear evidence and official explanation, the incident continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, who are drawn to the mystery of what really happened on that fateful night in Phoenix. The Chilean Navy footage. 2014, the Chilean government's UFO investigating agency declassified and released this video footage of a mysterious flying object that they suggest could have been a UFO. The footage was taken by the Chilean Navy from a helicopter during the day and showed the object moving just like another helicopter. However, the pilot was unable to make contact with the object, and even stranger, it didn't show up on air traffic control radar. In 2 instances, the object released a substance with high thermal tracking, which formed a massive plume behind the object. All these were caught on video. Despite an extensive study, the Committee for the Study of Unknown Aerial Phenomena could not identify the object. STS-48 footage. The STS-48 mission, which took place in 1991, was carried out by the Space Shuttle Discovery with the goal of deploying satellites. However, on September 15th, the shuttle's mechanical arm was used to release the satellites, and as it was being backed away from the spacecraft, this strange footage was captured. The video, which is not easy to make out, shows objects zooming by and bright lights flashing in Earth's orbit. NASA claims that these were simply ice particles responding to the engine jets, and this explanation has been backed up by astronomer Phil Plait. However, despite these claims, many people still wonder if there might be something more to the strange footage captured during the STS-48 mission. This is not the only space shuttle mission to have sparked interest among UFO enthusiasts, as similar footage was captured during the STS-48 mission in 1996. While the objects in the video may be easily explained, they continue to pique the interest of many people and leave us wondering about the possibility of curious visitors from other worlds. The Mexican Air Force footage. March 5, 2004, an unusual event was recorded by the Mexican Air Force, something that their extensive training did not prepare them for. During a routine search for drug traffickers in southern Campeche state, pilots detected 11 mysterious lights in the sky. They were hovering at about 11,500 feet. The jets tried to pursue the lights, but they weren't even close to fast enough. Eventually, the pilots gave up as the objects disappeared into the sky. The event sparked many theories, with some suggesting it was flares, ball lightning, or even a meteorite disintegrating in Earth's atmosphere. However, Lieutenant Mario Adrian Vasquez, who operated the infrared equipment, was convinced that the objects definitely weren't any of the aforementioned. In short, he had no idea what those objects were. Major Magdalena Castañon, one of the pilots, even went as far as to suggest that the UFOs knew they were being pursued. The footage captured during the event remains unexplained, leaving the true nature of the objects a mystery. The U.S. Navy incident. When a civilian spots a UFO, they're quite easy to dismiss it as mistaken identities or figments of imagination. However, when U.S. Navy pilots, 5 of them in fact, report to have seen the same UFO and film it, then the story becomes quite compelling and needs to be looked at more closely. In 2017, the New York Times published a story that chronicled an in-air interaction between U.S. Navy pilots and a strange object near San Diego. The pilots had snagged footage of an oblong flying object with their F-18's gun camera on November 14, 2004. The object appeared dark against the bright daytime sky before, according to the pilots, suddenly and instantaneously accelerating to the left out of view of the camera's sensor at what appears to be an unprecedented velocity. The U.S. Navy conducted a thorough investigation regarding the matter, but it looks like we won't exactly find out what those flying objects actually were, as the U.S. government seems to be very hush about the matter. Did the Navy pilots discover something literally from out of this world? Strange lights above Texas. Central Texas has recently become the talk of the town after several mysterious lights were captured on video in the sky on September 1st, 2022. Videos shared with Fox 7 Austin show the lights in the Brushy Creek area of Round Rock. Emily White, who saw the lights, said that everything was so silent and there were so many lights together that it was mesmerizing. It felt like an alien invasion or something. Gus McGiven, who also saw the lights, said that he has never believed in UFOs, but he's quite unsure if he still keeps the same sentiment. Drone expert Gene Robinson says that the lights might have been UAVs or unmanned aerial vehicles. Still, he followed up that the lights being drones seem pretty unlikely. The FAA requires a waiver to fly at night, especially in a swarm configuration, and officials with the agency are checking to see if a waiver was granted. Round Rock police did not receive any calls about the lights. The pilot footage.
We just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object.
In a routine flight over Medellin, Colombia, an Airbus A320 pilot spotted something strange in the clouds. Grabbing his phone, he filmed a metallic geometric-shaped object flying in a straight line. The History Channel's The Proof Is Out There analyzed the footage, concluding that the object looks like a cube and appears to be 10 to 15 feet in diameter. The show interviewed experts from various fields who provided different theories about the objects, but none could give a definitive answer. An aviation expert suggested it could be a solar balloon, but this was ruled out due to the altitude. The video was classified as a genuine UFO. Many viewers believe the object is a probe sent to collect samples or conduct surveillance. The pilot's quick reaction to film the object suggests he's already seen it and kept his eye on it. The sighting's actually similar to what Navy fighter pilots saw a few years ago off the East Coast, which the Department of Defense is still investigating. Despite the lack of concrete explanation, the video remains intriguing, fueling the mystery of what the UFO could be. The Black Knight. In UFO circles, the Black Knight satellite remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious conspiracy theories. According to legend, this satellite has been orbiting Earth for the last 13,000 years. The story first gained notoriety in 1954 when UFO investigator Donald K. Ho claimed that the Air Force had discovered 2 artificial satellites, even though the technology to create such objects did not exist at the time. It wasn't until 3 years later that the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, was launched into space actually. Despite being debunked by many experts, the story of the Black Knight satellite continued to capture the imagination of the public. In 1998, the story regained popularity when NASA released a photo from the STS-88 mission, which some believe showed the Black Knight. While most experts agree that the object in the photo was simply space debris, there are still those who believe in the existence of the mysterious satellite. See you all next time.